boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy, Chris the Don One. Welcome to another fabulous episode of Based on the True Story podcast. It's your host, your moderator. How y'all living? I'm living swell. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me clearly? Apparently, you guys can hear me clearly. All right. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend, family, as well as a follower. Let's get this channel lit in the YouTube algorithm. You heard me? All right. So, normally on these shows, I talk about story time. Give you guys story time stuff that's based on my life. I'm going to sprinkle in some other things that we can talk about, that we can chop it up. The one thing I want to talk about is this Supergirl trailer. Okay, so the Supergirl trailer premiered, oh my God, I think about maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I want to say it's going on a full 2 weeks. And everybody is pretty much, I get like a mixed signal vibe from a lot of people that are, that liked the trailer, that didn't like the trailer. And I think the people that didn't like the trailer, I really do feel like people are not giving this movie or this trailer, uh, you know, being real truthful about the trailer and the movie, for several reasons. So if you haven't seen it, go watch the trailer. Uh, I think they picked the perfect actress to play and portray Supergirl. Jason uh Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo. That's no big that's not no well kept secret. We all knew that he was going to be Lobo. We just didn't know, is he going to be in the Supergirl movie? I had a feeling that he would premiere in the Supergirl movie and then gradually appear in other projects in the DC universe. First and foremost, let's talk about the trailer itself. A lot of people got the vibe of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's got the symmetry of Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I'm not saying people are not are wrong about that. It do hint it do hints of Guardian of the Galaxy type of vibe. And a lot of people think that James Gunn is writing and directing this. It's up underneath a completely different director. James Gunn did have his hand in this project, but how much of a hand? I don't think he, had a full handful of this project. But I understand why people think that it feels like Guardians of the Galaxy, and people assume that James Gunn is making this movie, and he's not. He's not directing this movie. So, and I think the director got inspiration from James Gunn. I think he's a big time James Gunn fan, and he wanted to uh, have some symmetries of what James Gunn has made thus far, which is the Guardians of the Galaxy series. And I understand, and when people were talking more about that and not really about the trailer or the movie itself. Now we just only got a glimpse of the movie. To me, and I've said this several times, I'm going to say it again. I do think this Supergirl movie is going to be a good movie. I think it's going to be at least a decent movie, if people give it a shot. Now, a lot of people think that Supergirl, I feel like Supergirl is going to have that Thor type of vibe. You know how Thor, he's a Viking, he's unpredictable, he drinks a lot, he gets moody. So I feel like, when you're watching Supergirl, she's going to come off as this Thor type of character. And I like that, because Supergirl, let's just face it, out of all the heroes in the DC universe, Supergirl is not even on the radar for popularity. Not a lot of people. There's not a huge community that wants Supergirl to have her own movie. Even in the comic books, a lot, Supergirl didn't have a huge following. So I understand, I understand why people say, well, how come he didn't just do Batman or Wonder Woman or Flash? I feel like those experiments they tried those experiments in the Zack Snyder universe, and you don't want to repeat what another person did with the DC universe. You know, uh, you had Man of Steel, then you had Batman v Superman, then you had two Wonder Woman films. You almost had a Batman project with Ben Affleck writing and directing it. They canceled that. You had a Flash movie, you had the Justice League movie, and I feel like with James Gunn, he didn't want to go that route. He didn't want to copy and paste. Okay, well, we'll do exactly what Zack Snyder did, but we'll just do it better. I do believe introducing different characters that don't get this much screen time in movies or TVs, a movie and TV. I think this is a good way of doing things. Let me see if anybody. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up. Okay, nobody has commented yet. Okay, good. So I didn't know if I missed anybody. So yes, Supergirl is not popular than Wonder Woman, but I felt like you can wait on Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is her own IP. You can, do a Wonder Woman project anytime, any place. Same with Batman. Uh, and I know Supergirl is the least likely popular person in the DC universe. So I get why people are scratching their heads like, why do a Supergirl project? But we know about this project, you know, a long time ago. They was in production last year uh when Superman came out. So I don't understand why people are up at arms or hey, how you doing? How you doing? Everything video 3, 2, 1. How are you doing? All right. So yeah, I do like what I seen in the trailer, even though we didn't get the full movie, but you did get a lot of things that you can't wait to see the full movie. Now, Lobo is in this movie as well. Superman is going to be in this movie as well. Um, Kal-El is going, not Kal-El. Kal-El is Superman's, I forgot. I think Superman's father is going to be in this movie as well. So, uh, this movie is going to be much smaller than Superman because remember when Superman came out, they introduced a lot of different DC characters like Mr. Terrific. I forgot the other guy's name. Green Lantern, Hulk Girl. And I forgot the other guy. Oh my God, stuff with the M. Anyway, they introduced different characters, and heroes and villains that were never featured in any type of DC movie or TV series. So uh, this time around, they just it's much more smaller. They're going to feature Supergirl, of course. They're going to feature, Lobo, and they're going to feature some other DC characters. Now, this is a rumor. A lot of people are talking about, hey, how you doing, CJ? How you doing? A lot of people are talking about Brainiac is going to be introduced in this movie. Now, I didn't see any elements of Brainiac in the trailer, but and this is in the message boards and on the rumor mills that, Brainiac is going to be featured in this movie as well. Now, there is talk that Brainiac is going to be featured in the sequel to Superman, as well as Lex Luger and Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. I don't know why I said Lex Luger. Lex Luger was a wrestler. Okay, so I don't get that. So anyway, I do like the symmetry of this movie. I don't think people are going to give this movie I think people are going to find reasons not to go see this movie, which is sad in a way. And I think it's due to it's Supergirl. I think a lot of males are turned off by having full budget AAA movies being made, and the lead character or the hero is a female. I think males, when you talk about comic book movies, let's just face facts and face reality. The majority of the audience is going to be males. So when you introduce something that's different for them, that they're not used to in abundance, they are going to turn a blind eye to it. Like, look at Miss Marvel. I thought that was a good movie as well, but a lot of people didn't like the movie. The Marvels. I understand why people did not like that movie or didn't give it a shot. Black Widow, that was a movie that people didn't give a shot. I liked the movie personally. Okay, Wonder Woman. Both Wonder Woman movies were pretty good. The first one was great. The other one was, it was solid. It wasn't, it wasn't mid. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was solid. Okay, you can stomach it, but a lot of people are not used. I mean, a lot of males are not used of comic book movies, and the hero of the movie, the star of the movie, is a female. All right, so a lot of guys get turned off by that. Okay, and it's kind of funny to me because guys don't like women to be lead stars in action films. They don't want them to be lead stars. But it's funny, like in comedy movies, it's digested better. Like Tiffany Haddish, when she's in a movie, I know a lot of people are not fans of Tiffany Haddish, but when she does comic movies, they rake in some dough. It gets kind of popular, okay? Same way with romantic movies. If you have a lead character that's a female, a lot of people gravitate to those movies. Okay, same with drama and with horror. But when it comes to action, specifically hero type movies, a lot of guys, don't, go in droves just to go see this movie when they know for a fact the main star is going to be a female. Okay, it's got to be an extremely popular female character for guys to gravitate to. And, like the Black Panther sequel, a lot of people were not impressed with that movie. A lot of people a lot of guys didn't go in droves to go see that movie as well. But that's how the ball bounced when it comes to action films, more particular hero films. Okay, but nevertheless, I think a lot of those that audience, when they watched the Supergirl trailer, they were not feeling it. It was, and they were not feeling it for the wrong reasons. They wasn't feeling it because Supergirl is not an iconic character in the DC universe, and it's a female. So it's already got two strikes in it, all right? And now you're making up excuses. Well, it kind of reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy. If this movie was Guardians of the Galaxy level, then this would be a good movie. People would want to go watch it. I have never heard anyone say anything bad about the Guardians of the Galaxy universe when it came to the movies, all right? But, people are making excuses already. Now, a lot of people saying James Gunn is overthinking a lot of stuff. A lot of people wasn't happy with James Gunn's decisions with Superman. He wanted the traditional costume. A lot of people were not on board with the traditional costume. I wasn't on board with the traditional costume, but as time went on, I dissected it a little bit better. I mean, I said, well, it's probably not my favorite suit, but you know what? It's not going to keep me from watching the movie. You dig what I'm saying? So, thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up. So, a lot of people are having mixed vibes about the Supergirl trailer. I feel like you really don't get a full understanding of this movie until they show at least the second or the final trailer. then you can get an understanding where this movie is heading towards. Okay, but to me, we're gonna have to wait and see about Supergirl, and if it's going to be a flop or it's going to be a hit. I don't think it's going to be on the level of Superman, but I do feel like it's going to be a successful movie in the theaters plus on streaming. Netflix owns WB and HBO, so and they already announced that any movies under those labels or under those umbrellas, they will continue to put them in the movie theaters first, and then after they make their run in the movie theaters, they go straight to streaming. So this is a win-win for Netflix. This is a win-win for the DC universe. All right. So we just got to wait and see on the Supergirl. But I like the trailer, not for what is shown, but for what type of information I got from the trailer. All right. Now moving on, we're going to talk about the Doomsday trailer, the Avengers Doomsday. I saw it was like a 30-second, 40-second clip. Now, the one thing I don't like about YouTube is, and I hope YouTube they said in an email they're going to start cracking down on this, but they're going to have to stop a lot of these YouTube channels that say that they got the original version of, Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, and it's all AI videos, or it's not real. And it's okay if you want to make a trailer using AI, but you should at least put it in the title, like, hey, this is not the real movie, or put it in the description or whatever. So I had to really look around to find this trailer. Okay, so when I found the trailer, it didn't show me a lot, but look, it's the Russo brothers are directing it. They got all the old characters. They brought the band back. The boys are back in town. I think this is going to be this movie. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got a movie that's going to come out around when Avengers Doomsday come out, I would try to either introduce that movie a month earlier, or just wait until the hype dies down for Avengers Doomsday. I think this is going to be a super super big time movie that's going to do numbers. That's going to push the needle. It's from what I saw. From that trailer, we found out that the original, the OG, triple OG, Captain America Steve Rogers is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. Now, there have been talk on social media like Avengers Doomsday, it's going to be a bunch of characters that will die. And there is talk that, there's a possibility that Steve Rogers may die in Avengers Doomsday. Now, no one knows this for sure. No one really knows this for sure. Everyone is speculating. But to me, I'm just happy they got the original Captain America back. I don't know how long he's going to be Captain America, or how long he's going to be in this production, but as of right now, we got him. Okay, so that's great. We already knew Tony Stark is going to play an amazing part for Victor Von Doom, so we're going to be looking out for that as well. But no one really knows. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up. I didn't even see it until I happened to look down. No one really knows anything more than the trailer. So from what I gathered from the trailer, it looks like it's going to be doing some things. It's going to be doing some big things. So we have to wait and see how that work out. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. Okay. So yeah, that's all the movie talk that I know of. I'm gonna see if y'all commented on anything. Okay, I got everybody's highs. Okay, Cam. Hold up. What you say? Oh, Hook, you got something there. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, dog. You know. Hey man, when y'all send a message, it's not like y'all sending us. I can understand if y'all sending me a super chat and you don't have a lot of characters to work with. If you want to send me a dollar or $2 super chat, and you don't have too many characters to work with, so you have to shorten a lot of stuff. But man, when you doing messages, the messages are free. You got as many characters as you could possibly get. So a lot of times y'all message me, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. But it is what it is. Still love you. Still got love for you. Okay. Uh, but moving on. Moving on. We can move on. If anybody else want to talk, if anyone wants to message what I just talked about a few minutes ago, go right ahead. I'm gonna wait a little while longer if y'all got some messages about the Supergirl trailer or Avengers Doomsday trailer. Just a message right now, and I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes. If y'all don't got nothing else, we'll just keep it pushing. Let me see. Anybody message anything? I want to make sure before I move on. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. So I'm watching. I don't really watch Adam 22 a lot. But whenever he's on my timeline, if he got something interesting, I normally watch Adam 22's clips. I don't watch the full interview. And a lot of the guests that Adam 22 interview, some of them, some of them I can't tolerate listening to them for a whole hour. I can only take, like maybe 5-10 minutes of it. Okay. So I watch the clips. I don't watch the full interview. You dig what I'm saying? So Adam 22 had Blueface baby mama. Not Kristan Rock. It's I can't even think of that girl's name. I had that girl's name in my head. Well, anyway, she was interviewed by Adam 22 and Lena the Plug or Layla the Plug, whatever. And I didn't know old chick had an OnlyFans. All right. So she talked about she did only, she's, blue. The way how she was talking, like she was being coerced by Blueface to start this OnlyFans. And, you know, uh, she didn't go into how much money that she made off of OnlyFans. I don't know if she still has OnlyFans. These girls, when they get, they do OnlyFans, but when they can, hustle money another type of way, they, some of them like deactivate their OnlyFans. Like India Love, now she's big on streaming. She canceled. I mean, she deactivated her OnlyFans. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can find old clips of her on OnlyFans. If you interested into that. But yeah, old girl that's the baby mama to Blueface talking about she did OnlyFans, and I be scratching my head. I be curious, like, wait a minute, and this is his first baby mama. I'm going like, so you convince your first baby mama to do OnlyFans, but not Kristan Rock, okay? And I feel like Kristan Rock is a bigger draw than her, and I'm thinking to myself, if this girl, if his first baby mama made some money on OnlyFans, I know Kristan Rock can make even more money. Okay. Then she was talking about how she did music videos and they got deleted off the YouTube channel. And she believed they got deleted. She believes Kristan Rock went into old boy's YouTube channel and just deleted her videos. If she did that, there's nothing you can do about it. But like, I'm pretty sure there's another YouTube channel around somewhere that done copied and pasted all her videos, and I'm pretty sure she's got those same videos on a hard drive somewhere. So, like if she really wanted to do the music thing, I just think, to be perfectly honest with you, you know, she heard the music and she wasn't feeling the music, so she deleted it. Because she didn't really talk about doing music. Adam asked her the question, okay? But there was one interview Adam 22 did, and he was interviewing some corn star. I never heard of her in my life, okay? And he talked about how he spent almost $2,000. I don't know if it's on this chick or some other chick's OnlyFans account. And I think Layla, whatever, his wife, got upset about it. And I'm going like, wait a minute. How you going to get upset about your old man spending $2,000 on OnlyFans and you letting everybody in the industry smash you and you married? The stuff don't add up. The math ain't mathing, okay? Now, a lot of people tell me that, Adam 22 is a cuck, a sucker, a trick. I don't know. But for him to be a sucker and all this other stuff that everyone want to label people, he must be doing something right, because he's in a relationship where, his wife can smash anybody she wants to smash. He smash. Because I've heard, like, on the Older Plug talk, now I don't know if this is true or not, on the Older Plug talk, they would interview a corn star girl or someone from OnlyFans, and then they'll do the YouTube video, and then when the interview stops, they go into another room, they start smashing one another, they do a video on that too. So they getting money on both ends with the OnlyFans, with that video and the interview, okay? But yeah, I mean, it's, look, to each his own. Like, if y'all are into your wife, smashing other men, hey, you like it, I love it, okay? Or if your wife is into you smashing other women, hey, you like it, you love it. Some people can get away with that, other people can't, okay? You gotta be real comfortable in your skin to allow someone to smash your wife, or your wife has to be real comfortable in her skin to let you smash somebody, okay? Because, everybody, I don't know, man. It's just kind of weird to me, okay? But yeah, I saw that little interview, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. Why, I don't know. It was on my timeline, and I started watching it. You dig what I'm saying? So, I've seen that so-called fight that premiered on Netflix. I forgot the English boxer's name. I think his name is Jonathan or Joshua, against Jake Paul. Man, I don't know, man. To me, first and foremost, I thought this was supposed to happen Saturday night. It just goes to show how little interest I had of this boxing event, because I wasn't really, it wasn't even really on my radar. I heard that it was a boxing event, but I thought it was going to be going down tonight. I didn't know it went down Friday night. I think that's don't y'all think that's an odd night to do boxing on a Friday night? I thought it was odd, but hey, whatever. That's their shit. It ain't my shit, okay? All I want to say is this. To the people out there that say, well, y'all should give Jake Paul some... Is his name Jake Paul? I think his name is Jake Paul. Well, anyway, y'all should give him some props, because, he stood toe-to-toe with a professional boxer, and, he stood 6 rounds with him, And I'm going like, are y'all crazy? Are y'all stupid, or y'all dumb? Do y'all know that That man could have put him down at any time. And the only reason why he didn't put him down in the first round is because he wanted y'all to have something to watch. This man could have easily put that fool down in the first round. Because first and foremost, Jake Paul, he was overweight. He was overweight. He didn't have a reach. He wasn't fast on his feet. And, we all knew that he was going to get knocked out. Everyone knew that this was going to happen. For anyone that bet otherwise, if this would have went down where he would have won this fight, we know that this fight was fixed. But we all said that, when everybody was, hyping him up, pumping him up, talking about how he's knocking out all these other fighters. First and foremost, some of them fighters are from the UFC. They're over the hill. They have little to no experience as far as a professional boxer. And we all said now, when he fights somebody, a real solid professional boxer, that this is all they do. They eat, sleep, breathe boxing. Okay? We all said that when he fights a solid boxer, he's going to get knocked out. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but it came from his camp that he done broke his jaw in 2 places, done lost some teeth. I'm like, dude could have really messed that man up, man. But, he did it for the clout. And he did it for the money. He got 100 M just to do this fight. Win, lose, or draw, he's still going to get that $100 million check. And it's for clout. Now y'all can't hold it to his head, on top of his head, talking about you ain't gonna never fight no real boxer. Well, he fought a real boxer, but he got shit beat out of him. But he fought a real boxer. Now he said he done retired. I don't think he's retired. I think he's getting ready for the next payday. I don't think he's going to fight a heavyweight. He has no business fighting no heavyweight. He need to lose some weight, to be honest with you, and fight someone that's in his weight class for him to even have a shot. But, like a lot of these boxers, man, y'all don't realize that's all they did, That's all they've been doing their whole life is boxing. They don't do YouTube. They don't stream. They don't do podcasts. They don't play video games. That's all they do. He met somebody. This is all he does is box. All he knows is how to knock someone out. Okay. And I saw the little clips. I didn't see the whole thing. I can watch the whole thing on Netflix, but I choose not to. But from what I gathered, from what I saw, that man was in trouble when the bell rang on round 1. He had no business being in that ring, man, but he did it for the clout and he did it for the money. He won on both of them. He got 100 M's just to fight this guy. And he got clout from it. Because now y'all can't hold it over his head. Talking about, you don't never fight nobody. A real boxer, you never fought a real. Well, he don't fight a real boxer. He got snot beat out of him, but he fought a real boxer. So now you can't even use that excuse no more. But I don't think he's retired. I think he's going to box again. And he's going to play some slouch. Netflix is going to pick it up. He's going to make another 100 mil just fighting a slouch, and he's going to win that one. It's going to be someone that's old and 70, okay? He's 43. He's gonna always fight somebody that's older than him. He's never gonna fight anybody that's the same age as him or younger than him, because he knows, he ain't gonna win that route. And he's never gonna fight nobody like he fought yesterday. Okay. So yeah, thanks for the thumbs up. So yeah, those are things I wanted to talk about. Let me see if anybody done. No. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna call it a wraps. Okay. So I really do appreciate everybody that came and hit the like button, that subscribe to the YouTube channel. I really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And has commented. I really do appreciate it. I've been on top of the comments, okay? Real fast, real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all some things that's gonna be going on with me uh, you know, in the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna do less of this because I'm gonna really focus on coming out with a project that I'm going to introduce on YouTube. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is. All I'm doing, I'm in the beginning stages of it. I want to really get into my film bag. You dig what I'm saying? I want to get into my film bag. So, I got ideals, but I want to focus on one ideal and spend time doing that. So I'm probably going to do maybe one or two streams of this, and I'm always going to do the shorts. I'm always going to do the shorts, okay? But I'm just letting you guys know, if you go like, man, he ain't done a live stream in a minute, that's why. So I'm going to be focusing more on that. I just want to let you guys know. But guys, let me know, man. Just comment in the comment section when this live is over with. Is there some things you want me to talk about? More stories, more of entertainment, whatever. Just, comment away, okay? But yeah, I'm up out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. Yes, your boy, I'm Chris the Down One. I'm up out of here. I'll talk to you guys later.